Is Guardians 3 your final Marvel film?
Yeah. I mean, at least for the time being. I mean, never say never, who knows? But for the time being, yeah.
What becomes of the Guardians characters?
Well, I think you have to see Volume 3 to find
I'm
that.
like actually scared.
I mean, it's like we'll see where they go, but this is definitely the end of their story is this specific group of Guardians, yeah.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
You're coming with us. That's a Christmas present.
What's up?
Hello, Ash. How are you?
So good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
I love the special. Oh my God, it's so good. It's a gift.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, I'm a real Christmassy guy, so I love it. And I love doing a Christmas special. I always wanted to do something like that. And to me, this is just the gift to the Marvel fans.
A great hero named Kevin Bacon. He teaches an entire city full of people with sticks up their butts that dancing, well, it's the greatest thing there is.
Kevin Bacon is mentioned in the first Guardian. So how do you call him up and be like, I'm going to kidnap you for Christmas?
I've known Kevin for a while. Kevin was the villain in my movie Super with Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page. We've kept in touch. And I said, and there's a great story, which maybe if you talk to Kevin, he should tell you, but about how he went to see Guardians 1 in a theater.
And I sat there and all of a sudden they're talking about me. My jaw just dropped. I just was like, I'm looking around to the people in the theater. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? That's me.
So I just called him up and I said, listen, we're doing a Christmas special. We're doing a holiday special. And the story is Pom and Mantis want to give Peter Quill something special for Christmas. So they decide to give him you. And I want you to come in and play yourself. He would just immediately said yes. And, of course, we let him read the pages, which were fun. And then that was it. We were off and running.
Do you think you can toss me over the gate if you... Ow! What are you doing?
I love the relationship between Mantis and Drax. And I also love the character of Mantis, and I love how talented both Pom Klementieff and Dave Bautista are. And I really wanted to put them at the center of this story. I think they've become background characters for the last few movies that they've been in. They have not had an opportunity to do very much. So to be able to put them at the center of this was a lot of fun for me. And I also think it was kind of necessary because, I'm actually working in a lot of mythology that's going to be important in Volume 3 through the Christmas special. And one of those things is you can see the difference between Mantis when we saw her in Volume 2, which is the only time we've really focused on her character, when she was sort of beaten down by this guy that had enslaved her, and how much more comfortable she is with herself today in terms of her relationship to Dave, her relationship to the Guardians as a whole, and she's just a louder character, shall we say.
That's the thing is, I was going into it being like, okay, it's going to be this like little contained story, but there are a lot of seeds that I feel like are leading directly into Guardians 3.
Yeah, some of that was just my ability to sneak in things that I don't have to mention in Volume 3. Because when you have a movie, it's just like you have so many things you got to bring up when you're, hopping between these different franchises. And so the fact that we had Cosmo the dog, the fact that they have this amazing spaceship called the Bowie that's 4 stories tall. In real life, that thing was 4 stories tall. And that they have, they bought Nowhere from the Collector. That's their home base now. All of those things are important to Volume 3. The weird thing about it, though, is that Volume 3 is so much more it's very emotional, and it's got the fun that we expect from the Guardians, but it's also an incredibly serious story in some ways, where we tell the end of the story of the Guardians and the end of the story of Rocket and where he came from. We need to go back to the beginning to tell the ending. And so shooting that for a few days and then going and shooting this whacked out Christmas special and then going back to shooting the movie and then back to the crazy special. I thought of these as almost like snow days shooting this show, because the stakes were so much lower in so many ways.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, because when we were on stage at Hall H, hosted by yours truly, everyone was crying. And I was like, this is going to be a really emotional movie.
Yeah, well, I think at the heart of it, it's always been emotional. I think that at the heart of it, when you think of it, the Guardian's journey started with a boy watching his mother die in front of him and going away and, running off to another place. And in a way, that's the guy who's running away from the trauma of his childhood and going off into another land. I think that many of us have different ways we've escaped our childhood traumas and gone to someplace else. And that's at the core of the Guardian story. So although there's always been this fun and this funny stuff, there is this very sort of dark undercurrent underneath, and a lot of it has to do with Rocket for me.
I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. So we also get like the latest edition of Groot. So we had baby Groot, angsty teen Groot. What is the approx age of this Groot and what do we call him?
He's Swole Groot. So
Swole Groot.
I call him Swole Groot.
He is like jacked.
He's jacked, man. He's jacked. I think he's like the collegiate, like excitable football Groot. I think you can see now that he's very much a different Groot than the original Groot. He's grown into somebody quite different and he's becoming his own, his own Groot. I didn't name him Swole Groot. That was somebody on Twitter, but I thought it was really funny. So I've been calling him Swole Groot ever since.
I think we run with that. I have to leave you and I don't want to, but
I know. Well, I miss you, Ash.
I miss you too.
I'll see you soon. I'll definitely see you around Guardians 3 times. So we'll see. That's not that far away.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.